everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Katarina. Today I'm going to film the last project pan introduction for 2025. I have already filmed an intro for my Pan That palette and Pan That face palette, and I am also doing a lip product project pan. However, with that I didn't want to film an intro because I do in that focus on my entire lip product collection at once. And I'm just tracking the uses and progress of everything, so it didn't make sense for me to film an intro. I have done that whole thing previously, and I will film the first update for that after winter. But this is going to be an intro to my kind of like overall project pan, where I can pan everything that doesn't fit into the other categories. I want this project to be as flexible as possible, so this is going to be a rolling project pan, but I'm not going to set any strict number of how many products I do want to pan. Right now I have picked here 14 products, but we'll see once the project goes on if the number of products becomes less or more. We will see. I'm just going to throw into this project everything that I want to. In general, complexion products are not something that I like to pan because I would like to keep my collection really curated and really have a routine that I stick to. However, currently I do have a little bit more powders and setting sprays what I would like to have, and that is because I want to switch my routine a little bit, so because of that I wanted to test some new products, and now all of a sudden I feel I have maybe a little bit more what I would prefer in both of these categories. So because of that I have decided to put some products from those categories into this project to focus on and to get those categories back to where I'm more comfortable. So I decided to put into this project two setting powders. First is the Catrice Invisible Matte powder. This powder I purchased in November because all of a sudden I was running out of my previous setting powder and I wanted to buy powder online, but I was already so low with my powder that I was using then that I didn't have time to wait for an order to come in. So I just bought this one from my local Tokmanni. This is not my favorite powder. This is so matte that I feel it kinda sucks life out of my face. I'm not wearing this today, by the way. I cannot wear this on camera because it's one of those that will give me a flashback. I just want to get it out of my collection. There is not much left here. It is the powder that I have been using on my everyday for a while now since getting it. I have now some other powders in my collection too, as I said, but this is the one that I typically use, and now this is the one that I want to focus on. I'm going to film a makeup inventory video later this month, and I would like to get this one out of my collection before that. Yeah, this is the first powder I am going to focus on. However, I'm already going to roll in another powder because something that I forgot to say in the intro, I'm going to film updates to this project in about every 6 weeks. Now I am filming in the beginning of January. This video might go up a little bit later. The first update I will film midway through February. I'm sure I will be able to finish that powder well before midway through February, so I already want to pick another powder that I'm going to be focusing on. So something that I wanted to test out is a glowy setting powder. I remember back in the days I used to really love the glowy setting powder from Milani, but they unfortunately have discontinued it. And anyways, I do prefer a loose setting powder. So I bought a couple of them from Notino, and I want to now first pan the one that I don't quite like as much. This is the Wibo, or Wibo, I'm not sure. Wibo, I think it's supposed to be said. This is a Polish brand, and this one is their Diamond Skin Illuminating Loose Powder. I am wearing this today, and I do think this is a beautiful powder. But the another loose powder that I do have is from Astra Makeup, which is an affordable Italian brand. That one is a little bit more subtle. This one is really glowy to the point where when you come up close to my face you can see shimmer particles. So because of that I do prefer the other powder. This is good though, this gives beautiful glow to the skin. So I want to first focus on this one, but this one is almost full. There you can see I have not used it much yet, but one thing is that this one has a little bit less product. It has 5.5 grams in it. It shouldn't take too long, but for sure this is not gone by the first update. Oh, and one thing is that when I use the Catrice Invisible Matte Powder, because it really is so matte that it makes my face look lifeless, I do then like to go over this powder with this powder to give a little bit of life to my face. So yeah, these are the powders that I am going to be working on. Then I decided to roll in one setting spray. I do have currently 3 in my collection. I wanted to try some glowy setting products, so I decided to try both glowy setting powders and glowy setting sprays, and I think I do prefer to have glowy setting powder and a matte setting powder, but then I only want to have one setting spray. So I want to pan my setting spray category back to 1. So I'm going to start with an easy one. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. I'm going to pick this one first because the bottle is small, so it should be pretty easy to go through. I have not even used it too many times and still there is quite a bit of progress. I don't, however, know if I'm able to finish this one before filming my makeup inventory. It's the same story with this setting spray than with the Catrice setting powder. I was all of a sudden running completely out of my setting spray and I wanted to buy new online, but I didn't have time to order online before I was completely out. So I ended up buying this from our local Tokmanni. But honestly, this one doesn't do much when it comes to making the makeup wear better. It just kind of like takes the powderiness away, gives a little fresh look and feel to the skin, but I do prefer to have a setting spray that really locks everything on place. Okay, then I'm going to roll in a product that I don't think I have ever panned before. I'm going to roll in false lashes. These are from Technic. They're their natural lash in black brown color and in the style Date Night. And I am wearing these today and I got to say, well, I don't know how the camera picks it up, but in my opinion these are so far from natural because they are way too long for me. These are actually something that I had decluttered previously from my collection, but I tried to sell them at thrift store. They were brand new, but I wasn't able to sell them, so then I thought that, you know what, I'm just going to use them myself. I mean, using up false lashes doesn't take too many times necessarily, and these were pretty flimsy, and lashes like these with a really flimsy lash band, and anyways these do have like a really fluffy sort of style. These wear down much quicker than something with a more heavy lash band. So yeah, I'm just going to keep wearing these as long as they stay good. We'll see how quickly they are not wearable anymore. I don't even wear false lashes too much anymore, but I do like to wear them sometimes for filming and then for a special occasion, but I no longer wear them on every day or anything like that. But yeah, I want to get these out of my collection, so that's why they're going into this project pan, and putting them into this project pan maybe motivates me to wear them at least for filming if there's not any other occasion where to wear them. Okay, then I'm going to roll in one product where I'm going to set a usage goal. With other products, I think my goal will be to try to finish them. This is a liquid eyeshadow, and this is actually what I'm wearing today. I have done just one and done look with this. So this is from Jason Wu. It's their Celestial Lust liquid eyeshadow, and this one is in the shade Jane Doe, and this one is like a rose gold shade. I find rose gold for me is a little bit tricky color. It tends to often pull just a little bit too cool, and then it's not quite bright enough. So I think that's the case with this one. I mean, it is pretty, but I just think it is more flattering color for a lot of other people. On me, it's just kind of like yeah, but I do think this is a really pretty liquid eyeshadow. really easy to use when I just put it on my lid and tap it with my finger. I don't need to use eyeshadow primer or anything under it. So yeah, my goal is to use this liquid eyeshadow for 10 times, and I have weighed this. I don't now remember the weight, and I'm going to count the use of today as one use already, but I just want to see how much progress I can get with 10 uses, and I want to get use out of it. I do think this is a pretty color for winter, so because of that I do want to get 10 uses out of this now. Probably when I get there I will roll this one out and roll in another liquid eyeshadow with Eyewshadow. Okay, so that was all of the makeup that I decided to put into this project. Then I decided to put here one nail polish, and oh no, now because this one was laying, I cannot properly show you what it looks like currently. There are some old markings there, but I need to take a picture of this one when I'm editing. It is around midway of the bottle. This nail polish is from Color Club. I don't remember from which collection it is, but the shade is called Take It or Leave It, and this one is a really pale, kind of like cool pink nude. Not necessarily the most flattering tone for me because it tends to be a little bit ashy, but at the same time it is a light nude, so I do think it's wearable. So I will try to use this up. I have already used half of the bottle, so it shouldn't be too difficult. However, it is a little bit larger bottle, and I feel it's not the most quickly going nail polish, so it will probably take the whole winter and spring for me to be able to go through this. Today I am of course not wearing this. I do still have my New Year's Eve nails on, so I do have like black and gold nail polish. Then I'm going to roll in 3 perfume samples. Where should I start? Well, let's start with the one that I am partly wearing today. This one is from Swiss Arabian. It is their Oud 07, and let me show you, there's not much left here, so you know, it shouldn't be difficult. However, this one is a really heavy perfume, and it's one of those that I cannot wear too many sprays because it will get me nauseous. However, today I actually found a great combo for it, so I layered this one with my Theodoros Colatinis Coffee Addict. The Coffee Addict perfume is a beautiful coffee scent, but if I'm completely honest, it's maybe a little bit boring for me because it smells like straight up a cup of coffee. So I actually find that these work beautifully together. The Oud 07 brings out the coffee beautifully, and then the Coffee Addict makes the Oud 07 a little bit softer. So they work so well together, and I need to try layering perfumes more. But yeah, even layered with the Coffee Addict, I do think this one is not something that I could wear on my everyday. It is just a little bit too strong. So this is something that I'm planning on wearing on weekends, but I will try to get this one done by the first update, because then we are already so close to spring that I could imagine this one being just a little bit too much. Then another sample that I'm rolling into this project is the Bianco Latte. I believe the brand is Giardini di Toscana. I got from this one the 5ml sample, and it is about midway through right now. I don't know if you can see at all. I wanted to sample this one after sampling the Latte Eclair. I sampled that one like in late summer, and I was kind of on the hens, so then I thought I'm just going to sample the original one that is duping, and I got to say, now I do really love this, and I do think the Eclair is pretty much the same, but this one is exactly something that I do love in the dead of winter. This one is kind of like a lactonic vanilla caramel type of perfume. I'm bad at describing scents, but this one is so comforting and it's not too heavy. I know some people like to wear really heavy perfumes in winter, but I just, on every day, I don't want something that is heavy. This is not heavy, but it's still so cozy and smells really nice. But yeah, this one I do want to use up as my everyday perfume. It's a 5ml sample, but I have used half of it. I don't know if I can finish it before the first update. I imagine I can, we'll see, but this is the one that I'm planning on using as my everyday perfume right now. And in case if I am going to finish that before my first update, I'm also going to roll in another really everyday-ish perfume. When I bought that Bianco Latte sample and also another sample, I think I tried the Mancera Amore Cafe in a larger like 5ml sample. I got this one as a gift with purchase. I bought them from Try Sample EU, but the issue is that it reads nowhere in the bottle or in the bag that I got it what this sample is. But as you can see, there is not much there. So this one is a really feminine perfume. Smells really pretty. That's the way to describe it. It is like a floral and powdery, pretty lightweight scent. My best guess is that this one is some sort of a designer fragrance. Might be something pretty popular. It is really pleasing. Once we get closer to the spring, I can see myself wanting to go for a scent like this. Okay, I'm going to roll in a couple of skincare products. First from the brand LAQ, their Lightweight Cleansing Mousse. This is something that my sister, when she was visiting, forgot. She said afterwards that I can use this product up. Let me show you, there's not much left here. So it is this kind of like weird mousse. It's kind of like dry now, but when you make it wet, it comes like foaming cleanser. And I got to say, it's a really nice cleanser in my morning skincare routine. I think it makes my face really fresh and nice. But I'm just somebody who typically likes to have one cleanser. I do have a gel cleanser that I can use both in the morning and in the evening, so I tend to forget about this. So I am rolling into this project so that I could finish it. Hopefully I can get it done by the first update. And then another skincare product is from Urtegram. This one is their 3 minutes mask, and it is like a nourishing mask. I have had it for a couple of years, but I just opened it a couple of months ago. But I would like to get as good use out of this one as I can now during winter and spring before it gets too hot. When we are in summer, I probably will roll this out for a while and then roll in another mask. I do have like a cleansing mask. Then I do have here 3 products that are rolling over from my fall and holiday season project pan. And this first one is also something that I got from my sister. So it is a body cake from a brand called Innocent. This one is like a zero waste product, and I do think it's a cool idea, but if I'm completely honest, it is a pretty unpractical product. So this one is a moisturizer, like an oily moisturizer in a bar soap form basically, and mine is down to the point that it has broken. So there is one little bit larger chunk and 2 small ones. Yes, this one was in my fall and holiday season project pan, but then I kind of forgot about the whole product after a while. But now I will try to get this one done. Realistically, I don't know if I will finish the whole thing before the first update, but at least by the first update I want to get the smaller chunks out. Another product rolling over from the fall and holiday season project pan is my hydrating super balm. This one is from a brand Lucky Cloud. There is mainly product on the sides. This is something that I got from the Pipbox advent calendar back in 2020, so it's like over 4 years old at this point, so I just want to get it out. And then I'm not even going to set any goals for this product, like when I want it out, I just want it out. I'm so annoyed that I wasn't able to finish this one in my fall and holiday season project pan. This one is the Paul Mitchell Extra Body Thicken Up. The way I typically use this is that before blow drying my hair, if I have washed it, I do use this. However, the thing is that often I wash my hair in the evening and I let it air dry and I don't blow dry it, so no point using this one then. Well, recently, maybe because I have been filming a little bit more videos, I have done a blow dry a little bit more often, so I have used it more often. But I mean, there is not much left. It's down to the very bottom, but I can still get product out with pumping, but I don't know how long that will be the case. But even though there's really little bit left, I'm not going to make any promises of finishing this one by the first update, because then I'm going to fail anyways. The main thing is that I want to finish this product. Okay, so that was everything for the introduction of my rolling project pan for 2025. So the first update for this project will be midway through February, and as I said, there's some goals. I do want to finish some of those products before that. But that's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you in my next one. Bye bye.